What type of weather do zombies most like? Cloudy with a chance of brain? Hey guys, I'm Brent Rose, writer and sci-fi Seinfeld. So we're living in the age of digital assistants. Apple's got Siri, Google's got Assistant, Microsoft has Cortana, and Amazon has Alexa. Not now. So if you've ever been bored, you've probably started messing with your digital assistant to see what kind of funny responses you can get. All of these devices are chock full of jokes so bad they'd make your dad look like Dave Chappelle. But one of them's gotta be the funniest. So we've devised a test. We're gonna assemble a stand-up comedy routine composed entirely of jokes from these 4 devices. And then I'm gonna take it to a stand-up comedy club here in LA and perform it in front of a live audience. It's gonna suck. A lot. All right, so I've assembled my digital writer's room here. Let's do this thing. Siri, tell me a joke.
What did one iPhone say to the other iPhone? I used to know this one.
Tell me another joke.
I can't. I always forget the punchline.
Okay, so as far as jokes go, Siri is absolutely terrible. But she's more trained to have funny responses to questions you ask her. For example, Siri, what's your favorite animal?
I don't really have one. On this planet.
Haha. So Apple didn't do too well there. Let's see if Microsoft has an answer. Cortana is Microsoft's digital assistant that's available on Windows Phone, Xbox, Windows 10, and now as a standalone app for Android and iPhones. Cortana, tell me a joke.
Why do scuba divers always fall backwards out of the boat? If they fell forwards, they'd still be in the boat.
This is already better than Apple's. I mean, it's not good, but it's better than Apple. Tell me a joke.
There are 2 types of people in the world. Those who need closure.
I like that. So let's give Google Assistant a try. Assistant is in the new Android devices, and it's also in the Google Home system, and possibly coming to Chrome sometime soon too. Okay, Google, tell me a joke.
As a golfer, it's always smart to wear 2 pairs of pants, you know, in case you get a hole in one.
Tell me another one.
Why do fish live in salt water? Because pepper water makes them sneeze.
And lastly, this is Alexa. This is Amazon's assistant that's in the Echo products and coming to more things soon. Alexa, tell me a joke.
What do lemons drink when they get sick? A lemonade. Want to hear a dirty joke? A boy fell in some mud. How about a clean joke? He had a shower.
Neither of those are jokes. Okay, let's get a few more and then hit the club.
What do clouds wear under their shorts? Thunder pants.
A ham sandwich walks into a bar. Did you hear about the pig who lost his voice?
What do you call an empty jar of Cheese Whiz?
A woodchuck as much as a woodchuck could chuck of a woodchuck could chuck.
Okay, so we've got the best jokes these things have to offer, and oh my god, this is gonna be so brutal. Okay, so we're at the Chatterbox, and I am about to do stand-up comedy for the first time in my life. This is my stand-up comedy uniform, plaid. On the car ride over, I literally cut and copied and pasted all of the best jokes from our 4 devices. We've got about 7 for each. We're gonna listen to laugh duration, laugh intensity. We have a decibel meter, so hopefully we'll get some real data here. This is a pretty widely known open mic night for stand-up comedians, and I do not belong here. So, all right, so tell me a little bit about this place, if you don't mind.
This is the Chatterbox, the open mic. This thing right here that you're at is one of the best open mics in LA. Have you done stand-up before?
No, never. I've always been afraid of bombing, and I feel like I'm guaranteed to bomb.
Do you know what that feels like to bomb?
No.
It's worse than any physical pain, and I'm not kidding when I tell you this.
That did not make me feel any better at all. I'm afraid of just getting straight booed off the stage. He's got a gong back there.
Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Okay, right now, give it up for Brent Rose.
I stayed up all night trying to figure out where the sun went, and then it dawned on me. Why do scuba divers always fall backwards out of the boat? It's because if they fell forwards, they'd still be in the boat. A ham sandwich walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here." Good. So we have to address the elephant in the room here. These artificial intelligence assistants are not writing these jokes themselves. These are all canned responses. Computer scientists are very much working on AI that can come up with jokes, and some even believe it'll be the final stage in making a truly lifelike AI. What steps are these companies taking to try to make these devices funnier? Google hired writers from Pixar and The Onion to try to make Assistant more lifelike. In 2013, Apple posted a job listing looking for writers for Siri. Microsoft hired screenwriters, journalists, and even a poet to give Cortana a human touch. And in addition to having a bunch of curated jokes, with Alexa you can install whole libraries of dad jokes, dirty jokes, even jokes directly from Reddit. For this test, we wanted an even playing field, so we've got all 4 devices performing as they would right out of the box.
I told the doctor I broke my arm in 2 places. He told me, don't go into those places. Do you think frogs are any good at surfing? Totally. I hate my life. What did the puppy want to be when he grew up? A barchaeologist. What did one iPhone say to the other iPhone? I used to know this one. Which horse runs the city? The mayor, of course. What's the best part of living in Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Which baseball player has the shortest commute? The catcher. He only works from home. The electron asked the photon, did you pack your suitcase? The photon responded, no, I'm traveling light. The nerd gets it. What do you do when you see a spaceman? You park in it, man. How did the hipster burn his lips? He drank his coffee before it was cool. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? Well, one is very heavy, the other is a little lighter. Why did the chicken cross the road, roll in the mud, and cross the road again? Because he was a dirty double-crosser. Me.
That was rough. We expected it to be rough, and it was rough. It was like every time a joke died, I felt like I was dying a little bit inside. At least it validated our general feeling that none of these devices are very funny, and the audience agreed. Anyway, let's get to the results. Siri was absolutely, hands down, the least funny of these 4 AI assistants. She doesn't even really try.
Get serious.
Up next was Amazon's Alexa, which had a couple good jokes, and you can add skills, but out of the box, it's just kind of cheeseball stuff that was really, really cringeworthy. So that leaves first and second to Google's Assistant and Microsoft's Cortana. And it was actually really close between these 2. They were just a little bit more clever, and they got a little bit more of a laugh out of the audience. Neither of them should ever be actual stand-up comedians, but for the purposes of our test, they fared the best. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to Wired if you haven't already. With all that being said, there's really only one thing left to do.
So, as may be obvious, I'm not a stand-up comedian at all. I'm actually a journalist from Wired, and we asked Siri and Google's Assistant and Amazon Alexa and Microsoft's Cortana to tell us the very best jokes that they could. We wanted to come here and see which ones would do the best. So, you guys have really been very, very helpful through this extremely brutal experience for me. Thank you guys. Good night.